Dear friends in Jesus Christ, today we are in the 27th Sunday of Year B. The Gospel of today is taken from St. Mark, chapter 10 and verses from 2 to 16. The Gospel passage of today can be divided into two sections. The first part speaks about the marriage, and the second part speaks about Jesus blessing the children. The Pharisees approached Jesus and asked, "Is it lawful for a husband to divorce his wife?" We are told that they asked this question to test Jesus, because at that time it was a controversial topic. We must keep in mind that John the Baptist was put into prison and later he was beheaded for his opposition to the divorce of Herod Antipas and his second marriage to his brother's wife. This shows us the intensity of the controversy of divorce. The law of Moses gives permission for divorce. This law is stated in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 24 and verse 1. It says, "When a man takes a wife and marries her, and it happens that she finds no favor in his eyes because he has found some uncleanness in her, and he writes her a certificate of divorce, puts it in her hand, and sends her out of his house." So, as per the law, a husband can divorce his wife if he finds some uncleanness in his wife. But the question or the debate was how to define the uncleanness of a wife. Rabbis had an authority to explain Torah. But the problem was there were two schools of rabbis were existing. There were a school of Rabbi Shammai and a school of Rabbi Hillel. The school of Shammai interpreted the term uncleanness in a very strict sense, and they meant sexual immorality. On the other hand, the school of Hillel interpreted the term uncleanness as any sort of indecency. Even spoiling the food while cooking is being considered as a valid ground for divorce. So, which school of the interpretation to be followed was the center of the controversy of divorce? In this situation, Pharisees asked a question to Jesus, and it was to test him. But Jesus began to teach them on marriage. Divorce is the result of a failure of a marriage. The problem was not that they did not understand the law about divorce. The problem was that they did not understand the marriage. So Jesus goes to the root of it. Jesus teaches three lessons on marriage. First, Jesus says that from the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. This we heard in the first reading of today, taken from the book of Genesis. God made them male and female. So God made them, and God made them so that they are complement to each other. So divorce is against the wish of God. Second, Jesus says that man be joined to his wife. So they are no longer two but one flesh. The phrase joined together used here can be interpreted as they are yoked together. Like two animals yoked together, husband and wife must live together and go towards the same way. This joined together phrase also can be interpreted as the marriage bond must be stronger than any other bond or relationship. Even it must be stronger than the blood bond relationship. Also, becoming one flesh means they think, speak, act, and feel in a same way and not contrary to each other. And this is the goal of every marriage. Third, Jesus says, what God has joined together, no human being must separate. We must understand here that marriage is not a human selection, but it is a divine will, a will of God. And no human has a right to separate them. The meaning of the word separate here is amputation. Thus, a divorce is considered as an amputation of the marriage. Dear friends, the second part of the gospel passage today speaks about Jesus welcoming the children and blessing them. In the context of the marriage, the families are reminded the need to welcome children. Children bring joy to the family. Children bring life to the family. Children strengthen the bond of the family. Children also teach humility, trust, and more importantly, they teach us how to forget the wrongdoings of others and be happy. So, in this week, let us resolve to spend more time with our family members. Let that be a qualitative time for each other. Let us also resolve to love unconditionally each member in the family. Love, love for no reason, and love without expectations. This will strengthen your bond in the family. God bless you all. Amen.